Hello, fairy friends. It's Chris with Fairy Whimsical Crafts, LLC, and today is Wednesday, May 20th. Today, we are going to be doing the ABC Crochet Challenge, and that pretty much entails you taking each letter of the alphabet and making a critter, item, creature, whatever you want to make that starts with that letter. Me personally, I'm probably going to stick to animals this time around, and I have my 3 animals all right here in my little handy-dandy pattern folder. So for A, I'm going to do Sally the Alligator, and that pattern is by Idle Hands Fiber on Instagram. That seems to be a fairly easy, on the easier side. There's only 21 rounds to the whole project, so I'm excited for that one, but still cutesy. And then for B, I'm going to do a Baby Boba Bunny pattern. Say that 3 times fast. That pattern is by Sweet Pea Plush on Instagram as well. That one's a little bit lengthier of a pattern, but it turns out so cute. I haven't made it personally, but I did buy one. I didn't realize I bought a free pattern thingy, but I was supporting small businesses, okay? And I never make anything for myself to keep. Sorry, y'all, my baby came in here and I don't want her on camera. But I got this little dude from the Hinesville Flea Market about 2 months ago, and I think he's adorable. So I kind of wanted to make some of my own. The pattern images that they have on the Sweet Pea Plush Instagram, their bunny is brown, and I think the boba's like pink and purple. It's so cute, and I have to make one. Our last pattern, for the letter C, will be a capybara. My daughter is obsessed with capybaras and axolotls. I don't know why. I've already made an axolotl, so I'm going to go ahead and stick with the alligator for letter A. But this capybara pattern is by Tiny Miny Yarn, TinyMinyYarn. And it seems fairly easy. There's only 18 rows on that, and then 1 row each for the ears, and obviously you'll need 2. The embroidery seems pretty simple. I'm really excited to get started on this video, but first, I wanted to announce a few events that I had signed up for just in the last 3 days, I think. Hang on one sec. Let me get my handy dandy binder. So for this Saturday, May 23rd, I will be at the Appling County Farmers Market. I first applied with them, I think like last year, and I didn't feel confident enough in my inventory, like being full enough to go to that. Because it seemed fairly big last year, and I just wanted to be better prepared. So I think I'm finally ready for that, something of that caliber, if you will. And yeah, I'll be there this Saturday. And then the 31st, which is next Sunday, I'm going to have to miss church, and I'm very sad. But this event is in Brunswick, so there's no way I would be able to fit in going from Baxley to Hinesville to Brunswick, and be set up by noon. Like, that's usually when church gets out. So it's I can't avoid it, and it sucks. But this event was only $15. As far as vendor fees go, that's really cheap, and there seems to be quite a few vendors on their list already. So I'm really, really hopeful that there's going to be a good turnout, and we're going to make lots of sales in, so maybe it'll be worth it. Fingers crossed. It's really awkward to cross my fingers while I'm holding you guys. But that one's from 12 to 6, and that's going to be at the Glynn Place Mall. That's 219 Mall Boulevard in Brunswick, Georgia. And then the last one, there's no fee for the Appling County Farmers Market, by the way. Just a little disclaimer, I forgot to mention that. If you were an Appling County resident. But for June 6th, the first event I have for June is going to be the Summer Extravaganza on the Patch, and that's from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. And that one's in Ludowici. I think the last time we were in Ludowici was for the Highway 84 Produce Market, and that was in like December of last year. We did pretty well there a couple times, but I don't know, I feel like it wasn't very consistent on the foot traffic for those ones, so I didn't really like paying the 25, I believe, vendor fee when a lot of the time I didn't even make that back. And that's not even including my shopping habits, because y'all know I'm bad. But that event, the Summer Extravaganza on the Patch, That's at 5231 Rye Patch Road in Ludowici, Georgia. 31316 for y'all that don't know. I didn't know. So not to call y'all out or nothing. But those are my 3 most current events. And then I had sent in an application. I don't remember what it was called. It was like a 2-day event for the 19th and the 20th of next month. And it was $100 for both days. But I'm never lately my husband hasn't been working Fridays. But that's not to say he couldn't by next month. So I don't want to like bank on him not working and then pay for both days and I can only make it Saturday. Or what if I don't make it Friday and they don't want me Saturday? That would be valid, makes sense. So I just went ahead and played it safe and only signed up for the 20th. But if I don't get accepted for that one, I'm probably going to go back to the Beaumats Event Center because their next market, I believe, is on the 20th. And that one will be 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. So it really depends. I don't know where I'll get accepted, but I should be somewhere on the 20th. Yeah, I am going to start the challenge now, and I hope you stay tuned. Hello. So I did a little bit of it off camera and I'll like insert the time lapse of what little I worked on it on camera. But like, I don't normally do a whole lot of puff stitches. So it took me a second and then I messed up my count. So I had to frog it on the first leg a couple times. I think if I were to make this again, I would probably just stick to large baubles for the feet because, or just like make them separately and sew them onto them, because these are essentially just like 4 chains with a small bauble on the bottom, and I don't know, I'm not really a fan of how it looks. I feel like it looks unfinished or something. Maybe I read the instructions wrong. I've never done this pattern. This is my first try. I'm gonna do it again as is and see if my second turnout is better, because like I said, I really think I messed up the count a little bit. But as far as it being my first one, she's not so bad. For Sally the alligator. And then I went to pull that tight so that I could like sew it in and weave it in, and I broke it. So that went well. But yeah, the first letter of the ABC challenge, A, is complete. Like I said, I might make another one. I'm probably gonna make a few more and just like market prep these because they're actually really cute and they didn't take long to make. I'll have to go back on like how long the recording is and probably add like maybe 10 minutes. It might have taken like 30 minutes to make this. And with me already having the first one under my belt, I feel like it'll be faster. He's so cute. And I didn't know there's a difference between small baubles and large baubles until this project. 3 and 5, like that's crazy to me. But yeah, so I learned 2 new stitches in that, or 2 new counts, I guess, with bobble stitches, and then how to do a puff stitch for this. So I don't know if I'm just gonna make them all in this pretty green, because I don't even know what brand this is. I don't have the label or anything, but I really like this, and I think this could make at least a few more, because I didn't really take all that much. I should have weighed it to see how many grams it was. But yeah, day number 1, day A, done. As soon as I hit the stop recording button, this man's gonna ask me why I'm not shy about recording in front of him anymore. Duh. We had the market the other day, you weirdo. But anyways, he also asked me what's gonna happen with Sally the alligator, and my first one of all my plushies usually goes to my daughter, so I'm gonna go see if she wants him, her. Didn't mean to misgender you, buddy. But I really think that going forward, I'd probably just do baubles for the legs, because I don't know. Like, you see how it's like trying to unravel right there? I don't know what's going on there. I don't know if I just didn't, if my tension was just like all over the place, or if I'm like overreading, because these back two look okay. I don't know. I'm undecided. But yeah, next we have the baby boba bunny pattern. So hello. This feels awkward because normally the mic is in my right hand, but I grabbed them funny and it's too late to put them down. But look at them. I made a tiny swampy army of Sally the alligators. They're so cute. The only one that has a little size difference is this one, but the arm is a little bigger. But she's still cute. She's a legend or whatever. Also, I think I already mentioned it in the clip prior to this, but I learned a puff stitch for this one, so that was cool. I wasn't going to record today, but I'm going to be on a pretty tight schedule because I just got booked at Freedom Fest. Yeah. Enter the fanfare. I'll do it later, don't worry. But how cool. I can't go on Friday the 19th, but I will be there on Saturday the 20th. How embarrassed, because my husband's watching me, and I feel like that was really extra just now. But anyway, not him laughing at me, y'all. Oh my god. But anyways, I got signed up for the Freedom Fest, and I think the vendor fee for one day was $50, and that was not bad. There wasn't a whole lot of info aside from what was on the "Don't do it, fat boy." It's making y'all teeter totter. Hang on. My husband told me that I should I should show you guys the criminal in question, and this is my fat boy, my fat fella, the fattest boy who was ever a fat boy, who was ever a fat boy. He's also on my arm. Yeah, sorry, that's an awkward one to show you at that height that you're at. Don't do it. I'm just gonna hold him. He's gonna be like my evil henchman. But yeah, I got signed up for Freedom Fest, and I'm super excited for that. Well, if you get down, then you be good and stop messing around. Stay off the bed, stink. Don't do it. Okay, focus. Land the plane. So I got signed up for that, and like I said, the vendor form or application didn't have a whole lot of information for like where vendors need to go. But I'm thinking since it's like a month out, that I probably won't get information like that until closer to the date, which is fine with me. But I'm super excited and also super nervous because I have the farmers market this weekend. That's in 2 days. And then I have on the 31st, I have the one in Brunswick. And then on the 6th, I have the extravaganza on the patch. So I'm like back to back to back every Saturday market, and I'm super excited about it, but also super nervous because like my table looks like a lot until I make sales, and then it's like, you know what I mean? So I'm kind of panicked. Like I wasn't panicked until my husband said something. He was like, well, what are you gonna do if you sell out at all your other markets and then you have Freedom Fest and then nothing for Freedom Fest? Why would you say that? That would be a good thing. I know it'd be like a blessing and a curse though, because what if, you know what I mean? But anyways, so I'm excited but also nervous. I don't know if I'm shaking, but it might just be the camera because my cat won't stop. But yeah, super excited about that. Just wanted to update you guys on the few upcoming events I have. I think the only weekend I don't have something is in between the 6th and the 20th, which is like the 13th, I want to say. I may or may not schedule something on that. It depends on how my inventory sells leading up until that point. Because even last minute, if I could, I'd probably just do the Appling County Farmers Market again because I really like those ladies. They're really nice, the ones who host it. Super looking forward to that. But as far as that, we're wrapping that up, and today we're going to be making the baby boba bunny. pattern. Yes, I think that's by Sweet Pea Plush. Let me double check. It was in fact by Sweet Pea Plush. But that one, like I said, it's like a couple page. It also might have been the font I printed it in because I'm old. Shut up. But it's like a couple pages worth of pattern, so I'm super excited for that. And it requires black felt, but I have that from being one of the many pros of being a craft hoarder. Am I right? Am I right, fellow crafters? But as far as our baby boba bunny pattern goes, say that 3 times fast, y'all. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Maybe I just have a speech impediment lingering. I don't know. But anyways, the rabbit is going to be, sorry, brief intermission. This beautiful white color. I think this is the Adorable Baby Bee that I get from Hobby Lobby. And then I think I want to do the drink in the light pink and then the straw in the dark pink. And then, like I said, the black felt will be the boba. So that should be really cute, and I'm super excited. I don't know how long that's going to take. I may or may not market prep those, depending on how long it takes. Because the alligator, after I got one down, I feel like I followed the pattern for the head, and then like I just kind of freeformed the rest because I use different weighted yarns. Like this yarn is from Dollar Tree, and I had to like bulk up and fatten him up a little bit so he'd be the same size as this one. But I think this was again the Adorable from Hobby Lobby. And then this, I'm pretty sure this was a Walmart skein. If I'm correct, I'm not sure. But the post looks so cute in the pink. I can't. But I only made 5 of those because I figured market prepping they'd go good here, being this close to Florida. Blah blah blah. But as far as the baby boba bunny goes, I don't know if I can prep 5 of those back to back to back and still have time to show you guys the capybara so that we can wrap this video up. But my husband's staring into my soul. I can see him in my peripheral vision, and he's giving me anxiety. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this clip. He said, but I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this clip up because I'm being perceived by 2 people, you and him. It's making me nervous. I don't like it. Okay, I'm uncomfortable. Hello. Today is Friday the 22nd. I showed you guys a little bit of a time lapse of me making the baby boba bunny. There we go. I showed you a time lapse of me doing that, but I am a criminal and I worked on it a little bit alone last night. I may or may not have been up till 1 in the morning. I don't know. Mind your business. But Nano, she's so cute. Like on camera, get out of here. She's like, she's so cute. I can't. Look at her little floppy ears. Shut up. That's adorable. Her little strawberry boba because pink is better. If my daughter watches this, she says that. So that's where I get that from. But isn't that so cute? I can't. So that being said, I'm still on schedule, and the last pattern I need to make for this video is See the Capybara. And the pattern is by Tiny Miny Yarn, TinyMinyYarn on Instagram. It only has about 18 rounds, so I should be able to film a time lapse of me making that, and we should have that by the end of today. And then hopefully this video can be edited and uploaded this weekend. And then tomorrow I'll be at the Appling County Farmers Market, I believe from 8 to 1 or 9 to 1. I'll let you know tomorrow when we do that. But yeah, I'm gonna be there, and then I have a nail appointment because girl, she needs some help. Okay, ew. But yeah, that's it for today's little clippy clip. I just had to show you my cute little baby boba bunny. Oh my goodness. I'm so happy I'm doing this challenge because I don't think I ever would have made something like this just because. I don't usually tend to make larger plushies. They're all like tiny market sized ones. I don't even know what to price her at, frankly, but I think she's going to come with me to the market tomorrow. Hello, hello. Testing, testing. My mic was acting funny. Sorry, y'all. Okay, so I did it. I did the time lapse of me crocheting the body, and I did the ears and embroidery separately. Here's our capybara. My 4-year-old knows what it is, and I think the only thing that is off for me is the ears. But it's because this weight and this weight of yarns are totally different. Like this is, I don't even know, it's a really thin chenille, and this is a pretty thick, like blinky-esque yarn. I think it's from Hobby Lobby, I think. I don't keep my labels for anything. I'm a criminal. But that being said, I kind of had to freehand the ears a little bit. I think I made them a little too big. And they're giving like my Stress Pal pug. That also might be because this is the same exact color scheme I use. I don't know if I'm just seeing that, or does it really look like a dog, or does it look like a capybara? I don't know. I think it's cute. My 4-year-old said it looks like a capybara, so we're going with it looks like a capybara. I'm tired of saying that word now. But in this video, we've made Sally the alligator, my baby boba bunny, and a capybara. I'm really liking this challenge because it's pushing me out of my comfort zone to do patterns I probably wouldn't have done just because, especially as quickly as I went through them. I market prepped 5 of the alligators. I think I'm all out of time for prep as far as the tomorrow market goes, but I think I'm wanting to make more bunnies because they're super cute and there's a lot of different mods for them on Instagram. But yeah, I believe that that's going to wrap up this video as I completed all of our first 3 ABC animals. My next video will be D, E, and F. I don't know what I want to do yet. I had written down that I want to do a dolphin, an elephant, and a ferret. If I can find patterns for those, so we'll see. We'll see. If you made it this far, my favorite one was the rude. My phone's dying. But my favorite one was the baby boba bunny. So if you watched to this point, go ahead and comment either a bunny or a boa down below. Like always, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.